Hey guys, and Happy New Year. By the time you guys are seeing this, it'll be New Year's Eve, and I just want to say that I hope you guys have a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, just I hope you had a good December, I guess, a good, weekend and everything. So, without further ado, let's get into my 2021 year in review. So today I'm doing my yearly year in review video, and if you guys don't know what my year in review videos are, they basically consist of me just talking about, going over the entire year, what happened to me the entire year. I talk about it at the end of the year just to reflect and everything. And I started doing this series I think in 2019, and I just really enjoyed, just reflecting on the last day of the year, and just reflecting on what happened in the past months, and the entire year, everything. So I'm going to be doing that again this year. So I already have notes in my phone of stuff that I've written down every month that happened to me that I want to talk about. So let's start off with January. So the first thing that happened to me in January were the few things that happened to me in January. It's nothing really significant, but they're just things that I bought that I really liked. So I had bought new Joy-Con grips and a new skin for my Switch, which I ended up getting rid of after a month, which is funny. But it was a Kingdom Hearts skin that I actually really liked, that I put on my Switch. And I also bought some new Joy-Con grips. But yeah, I got rid of the skin literally a month after I put it on, because I just really do not like Nintendo Switch skins at all anymore. Because not only is it difficult for me to put it on, but it's also difficult for it to stay on, and then there's those creases. So that's why I pretty much just decided to switch to just using hard shell cases, and I enjoyed them much more because they stay on and they just looking really nice and sleek, though they are a bit difficult to take off with the Joy-Cons. But that's a little thing that I just don't mind dealing with. So yeah, those are the things that I had bought in January that I end up not using anymore. The thing that was really exciting for me is that I bought my first PSP. So yeah, I was so happy when I finally bought my first PSP. I honestly really wasn't expecting it. But at the time, because I knew about the store Mercari, but I didn't really use it. So when I decided to hop on Mercari, because there's this childhood game of mine that I wanted to see if anybody was selling it secondhand, and that's when I came across this listing of someone selling the purple Hannah Montana, or should I say the lavender Hannah Montana PSP edition, and I was like, I need this. So I just literally splurged, because it was $100 something. So I literally just impulse buy, and I'm really happy that I have it, and I just love it so much. So finally, after so many years, I have a PSP, because I have been wanting one for forever, since I was a kid when my older cousin had a PSP. And then another exciting thing that I bought was a new nightstand. So as you can see, or if you guys look at my my room tour videos, all that, I showed what my room looks like, and I have this black and white theme going on, which I don't now, because I got my Christmas bedding still on. I'm going to be taking that off pretty soon. But I normally year-round have a black and white theme. So over here is my dresser, which is black and white. It has, the drawers are marble. And then over here is a matching nightstand. So I was able to finally get that in January, and I'm so happy that I got like a matching set now. So in February, I started using the mug. So if you guys have ever seen, so I had already posted like 2 videos of it, but I posted my first impressions and unboxing video of me using the mark, and then I did like a 6-month update of me using the mark, so you guys could check it out if you're interested in seeing what mark is and how it helps me. But yeah, so I started so I bought that in February and started using it, and it honestly has helped a lot with my anxiety, and it's just like it's just amazing. Like I just really am happy that I finally used it and everything. And I'm not going to go into details of like you know, is it okay for like, you know, if you're underage, or you know, how you use it, because I went through all of that in my 6-month update video, so you guys could check it out. But yeah, it really helps a lot with my anxiety, because I do have severe anxiety. I have social anxiety, just, you know, the pretty general anxiety and everything. So it has helped a lot. But I do plan on because right now I still have because I'm still using it, because they give you like 200, like it's worth like 200 breaths or something like that. So I still have some left that I'm using, but once I run out, I'm going to be buying the same kind but with the CBD oil, because I have noticed like for the past like couple months or something, I have noticed that like in some situations it doesn't help that much. Like for example, when I go to the doctor, because my doctor actually said that I most likely have white coat syndrome, and white coat syndrome is basically when you're afraid of being around doctors and in doctor's offices and hospitals. So because of that, I just have like overwhelming, you know, bursts of like anxiety. And when I went to the dermatologist about my skin just yesterday, I kept like taking you know, breaths of my mark, but it wasn't really helping me. So I feel like I need to add some CBD oil in it, and it might like actually like, you know, works better than just the regular kind. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that happened to me in February, was that I just, you know, bought the monk, started using it. So in March was really exciting, because I finally started the process of changing my name. So if you guys don't know, if this is your first video seeing mine, hi, my name is Dakota. Legally it's now Dakota, but it used to be something else, which I'm not gonna say because, you know, that's my dead name. But yeah, so legally my name is now Dakota. So I started the process of changing my name to Dakota, and yes, it has been finalized. But you know, back in March I started the process, you know, got the papers and everything, went to the courthouse and all of that, and it was like a really exciting time. Like it was like finally, because I honestly wanted to get this done last year, but because of the whole COVID situation, you know, all of the offices are closed down, we had to stay home. It had to be pushed back to this year, so it sucks. But you know, I'm happy that I finally got it done. And then I also started the process at the same time of getting my gender marker changed. So if you guys aren't trans or you don't know what the gender marker is, it's basically trying to change the gender or like the sex on your birth certificate. So for me, it was a pretty simple and easy process. All I had to do was like print out some papers that my state department said I had to print out, and then I just filled it out, and then I sent it to them through the mail. And then it took like a few weeks, like I think it took like maybe a month and a half for them to like send back, you know, papers saying, you know, he was able to you know, change your gender marker, here's, you know, your new birth certificate and everything. But at the time, since it was my first time doing it, of course, there was a bit of some errors, so they wasn't able to like fully process it. So I unfortunately had to like redo some stuff, like do the paper, like rewrite the paper and send it back. So that took like a week or two more, but everything is done. I finally got my name legally changed. I finally got my gender on my birth certificate changed, and I'm Gucci. Like, we Gucci up in this house. Then also in March, I came out to a family friend. So right now, the only people that I came out to as being, you know, trans is my mom, my stepdad, my grandma, and then also my auntie. Now here's where the situation is going to get a bit confusing, and why I have so much animosity towards my grandma. But I came out to my grandma, and then without telling me, she went behind my back and told my grandpa about me being trans. And if you guys like are trans, or if you have a family member that's trans, or you have a friend who's trans, or whatever, you guys will know that that is a big no-no. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're 12. I don't care if you're 16. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're in your 50s, 60s, 80s, 100s. That is just a huge no-no to do, is to out someone to someone else, because that could have put me in a really dangerous situation. And that's why it's really, you know, disrespectful, and you know, people get so wrapped up in saying don't out people, don't out people, don't out people. Doesn't matter if it's their sexuality or their gender, just don't out people, because you really could be putting that person in a dangerous situation where whoever you outed them to, they could go behind their back and just, you know, either like tell other people, or they could like, you know, get physical with them. It's just, don't do that, please. Like, if any of you have any sense, just don't do that, okay? But yeah, long story short, I came out to a family friend because I don't know, like, I wasn't really planning on coming out to her at first, because, you know, I haven't even seen her since I was a kid. So I wasn't even planning on coming out to her at first. But when she came to visit us, of course, you know, she kept calling me, you know, my dead name. And she kept misgendering me. So I felt like, and then of course, you know, with my mom and my auntie, knowing that I'm trans, it puts them in like a weird place, because my the family friend would call me, you know, my dead name, or you know, she would say she, her instead of he, him. And then my mom is all like, what do I do, like, when I'm talking about Dakota? Like, should I say he, him? But then that makes her confused. But then if I say she, her, then I'll hurt Dakota. So it's just, I didn't want to like put my mom and my auntie through that, you know, being caught in the middle. So that's when I decided to just go ahead and come out to my family friend. And she was a trooper. Like, I just, like, she is she is really amazing. Like, she just really accepted me right away and supported me, and it's just, it was really wholesome. And I just love her. Like, she just was like so amazing. And after everything that I dealt with, just personally and with my grandma, you know, outing me like 2 years ago, I think, I just really needed that support. I just really needed someone to say, hey, you know, I still love you, I support you, you know, whatever you want me to call you, I'll call you. You know, I'll try to like start calling you he, him, and all that. But if I slip up, just, you know, remind me. And it's just, I really needed that support. So, man, March was like, March was lit, I swear. So in April, I don't care if some of you are anti-vax, you know, you believe in these whole conspiracy theories, you don't care to like research or listen to science or everything. But what I'm about to say now might trigger some people, and I don't care if it triggers you. You know, go ahead and click off my video, but I'm going to talk about this because this is what I highly believe in. And just being a simple human being, I feel like, you know, this isn't something that should be even political. But in April, I finally got the COVID vaccine, the first dose, I believe. And I was really excited about that because it's like, yes, finally, finally I got the COVID vaccine, because I wanted to get it as soon as possible. So when my mom said that I could get it, I was like, cool, you know, the quickest, you know, date, I want to go ahead and get it. So I got my first COVID dose, and I got my second one. I think I got it in, no, I think I got both in the same month. I think, I don't remember. But yeah, so I finally got that. So also in April, I attended my cousin's wedding. So this was the first wedding that I went to, and it was pretty exciting. I really enjoyed it. And if you guys haven't seen, I did do a whole big vlog on it. I can't even remember what it was called. I think it might have been called Weekend Wedding Vlog or something like that, or like Weekend Vlog Wedding Edition. But check that out. It was really fun. I really enjoyed that weekend, and going to see my cousin at his wedding and everything. It was really nice. And the like the place that he had the wedding at, it was like really nice too. Like the outside was nice and the inside was nice and everything. So yeah, just go check out that video, and you guys will see like in depth of like what everything looked like. Well, I even like dressed up like what my outfit was. But yeah, that was my first official wedding, and it was pretty cool. So the second thing, or I guess the third thing, you know, we got our stimulus check around that well, other people got theirs in March, but I got mine in April. So I bought a lot of stuff for my stimulus check. And what's funny is that at first I was going to do like a haul video, because I bought like a lot of stuff. Like I bought I think like 700 or 800, no, I think it might have been 700, but I have bought like 600 or 700 worth items worth of with the stimulus check. And I was gonna do a haul video on those items, but they all came, well, some of them came much later, and then the others that did come, they came like right after I got back from seeing my cousin at his wedding. So I was like done. Like when everything came, I was like, nah, like I would like to do a haul video, but I was just like too tired, and I just really didn't feel like just pulling out my camera and just, you know, showing the things that I got to everything. So I decided not to do a haul video, but I did show on social media, on my Instagram, everything that I got. So but yeah, the things that I got ranged from, you know, video games to like video game related stuff to like, you know, my 2 new masks, and also my black desk, which I, you know, have on in my bed, and now I have a new desk. But yeah, I also got that. So it's just like a bunch of them. The last thing is, like I said earlier, when I got my name and gender marker change, I have officially sent off everything. And this is like when I said that in June we got sent by paper saying that there was an error, so we had to correct that. But yeah, I finally got that done though, back in April. So in May was really excited. It was the only thing that happened to me, but in May I bought my first Nindoroid, and I can't wait to get him. So the Nindoroid that I bought was from Good Smile Company. If you guys are familiar with Good Smile Company, they're a really good company that sells, you know, like Nindoroids and Figmas, you know, all types of figurines, even accessories. So I bought my first Nindoroid from them. The Nindoroid is the persona for Golden, Yu Narakumi, the protagonist of P4G. So they put our pre-order of a Nendoroid for him, and I just snatched him up really quickly. I literally snatched up, it was like so quickly, because I was like, I need him in my life. Like, if you guys know me, you would know that I just absolutely love Persona 4 Golden. Like, Persona 4 Golden is my top favorite Persona game. Like, I just love that game so much, and I could just talk about it forever, but I'm not going to. But anyway, so yeah, I bought the Nendoroid, or should I say the Nendo. I bought the Nendo of the protagonist, and I can't wait to get him because I love the protagonist. He is so cute, and I just love him, his little gang in P4G, and I just love, you know, his simple little look of his like gray swept hair and his like school uniform. I think it's like really cool and really simple. And he also comes with his little persona card, so that's coming with him. And then also his glasses, because in P4G they have these little glasses that I think supposed to help with the fog. If any of you have played Persona 4, you know, Persona 4 Golden, you will know that when you go into the dungeons in that, you know, other dimension, there's this like huge fog everywhere. So in order for them to like see through the fog, they had to put on these special glasses. So that's coming with him. And then he's also coming with his little sword. So it'll be so cute to just have him like posing with his sword like that, you know, with his like glasses, and just like, it'll be so cute. I can't wait to get him, can't wait to pose for him. But yeah, so that was supposed to come this month in December, but you know, because of the whole COVID situation and you know, just everything, he's being pushed back to January. So hopefully he comes in January, and when he does, I am going to be doing an unboxing of it, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, look out for that. So in June, I bought my camera that you guys are watching me on. So yeah, in June, I have bought a new camera, my Canon camera, EOS M50, and yeah, that was like a really big and also exciting purchase for me, because I just really needed a step up from you know, my old camera, because my old camera was also a Canon camera, but it was just like not, you know, good quality. Like the audio quality was not good, the video quality was definitely not good. Like in low light, it was just terrible. So I really needed, and it also didn't have a viewfinder. So that's another thing that I really needed too, was a camera with a viewfinder, so I could see myself and see if everything is Gucci and everything, and you know, have like good zoom ins and stuff. But yeah, so I'm really happy that I finally had that, and I just like, I really do feel like it was a big step up for, you know, the quality of my video. So next in June, I also forgot to mention that June is my birthday month. Hello. I'm a Gemini. Who else? If any of you are Geminis, let me know down below. But yeah, Gemini gang. But anyways, yeah, so what else happened in June was that I uploaded my first story time about how I realized that I'm trans. So if you guys haven't seen that, you guys could go check that out. But yeah, pretty much, it was like a really big video for me, and I explained it in the video why it was a big video for me. But long story short, I just had this insecurity in me that I felt like, and especially because I think it was like last year or something, but I got my first hate comment where someone attacked my gender identity, and they basically were all like, oh, you are giving people in the LGBTQ plus community a bad name, you're not trans, you're, you know, just basically like that. So I just had like a really big insecurity for the longest time that, I don't know, I guess I felt like people would see me as a fraud, and I got that hate comment. It just, you know, I mean, of course I brushed it off, but it was just like, dang, like, you honestly don't know me. Like, how can you tell a stranger that, you know, they're not trans when it's like, you don't know me personally? So yeah, it was just, that video was just like a really big deal to me. So yeah, go watch that and go see, like, because I did like go into depth of like my insecurity and why I felt like people would see me as like a fraud. or like, you know, would see me as like being a fraud in the community when I'm not. Like, I'm, you know, I'm a trans guy, I'm a guy. I wholeheartedly believe that. If I didn't, I wouldn't be jumping through hoops, you know, like I wouldn't be jumping through hoops to get my name and gender marker changed. I wouldn't be jumping through hoops because all of this, you know, all this costs money. Like, I don't know if you guys realize, but all of this costs money, having to change your name, and get, you know, new birth certificate, having to change your information on your ID or your driver's license, having to get new like social security, like all of that is just, it's like so much effort and costs so much money. Like when I got my name changed, it literally cost me $150, I believe. Yeah, I think it was like 150. Of course, each state is different. I'm not gonna tell you what state I live in. Um, but yeah, like each state is different. So it's like in my state, I had to pay $150 to get my name changed. But in other states, people probably only had to pay like $30 or, you know, less than that. But in my state, I had to pay $150. So it's like if I wasn't trans and if I really and truly didn't feel like Dakota was, my name was supposed to be my name, I wouldn't pay all this money and I wouldn't be jumping through these hoops to change it. So I just hope you guys do realize that if you do, you know, come across someone who says that they are trans, like don't just assume that they're not. Of course, like of course there are bad apples in the community. Like of course there are, which I'm not going to go into too many details because I don't really want to like associate or even like give my opinions that much about, you know, the dark side of the community. But I do know that there are like trans trenders that exist, and I do realize that there are people who say that they're trans, but they're not, just for attention. But most of us aren't like that. Most of us are who we say we are. So I'm who I say I am. I am trans. I am a guy. My name is Dakota. I do go by he, him. Sometimes, you know, I go by they, them also. I actually prefer they, them over she, her anyway. So I much prefer, you know, if you are a stranger and you do, you know, bump into me like on the street, or if you are a cashier, I would much prefer you to call me they, them instead of she, her anyways. So that's why, you know, on my social medias, I did put he, him. No, I think I put he, they, just to let people know, like, you know, I prefer he and I also prefer they. Just don't call me she, her at all. But yeah, that rant's over. So yeah, that's wow. I just went into a whole tangent. Where am I? But yeah, so what else happened in January? Like I'm not January, but June is, like I said, that was my birthday month. So with my birthday money, I bought a new clock, which I showed in my favorites video, my 2021 favorites video, or my, however I spelled it, I called it. But yeah, I bought a new LED clock, which I've been wanting for like the longest, because my other clock was like so old. Like I had it since I was in high school and it was just taking up so much space. So I really wanted a newer clock with like more modes, and it's just like less space, and then it just like looks aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, I'll just so happy I finally got an LED. And then the last exciting thing that happened in my birthday month was the BTS meal came out. So if you guys don't know, if you've been living under a rock, if you don't even like know about BTS or follow BTS, but in June they came out with the BTS meal, which was honestly a nice birthday gift, honestly, from BTS. Thank you, BTS. I highly doubt you're watching me, but if you do come across this video, hi, I'm a big fan of yours. Oh, I love you guys. And yeah, I tried the BTS meal and it was honestly good. I did give kind of like my thoughts on it on social media. So I did say that I felt like it was not worth getting if you're like, I guess, let's say for example, if you were expecting to get photo cards, don't like expect to get photo cards. But yeah, I just felt like the BTS meal wasn't really worth just to get, like, and this is coming from a BTS fan. Okay, well, let me just put that disclaimer out. This is coming from someone who loves BTS, who, you know, like, just absolutely loves BTS, loves each and every one of the boys, just listen to all their songs and everything. So this is coming from a BTS fan, but I just really didn't feel like the BTS meal was really worth it just for their name, just because, for one, McDonald's doesn't give you photo cards, and I felt like that was pretty shitty. But you know, marketing, they wanted to, because at the time they came out with their own like little merch, like McDonald's and BTS came out with like a collab merch on like a separate store, and that's where you would get the photo cards. So in order for you to get the photo cards from them, you would have to like purchase merch from their store. So because they locked the photo cards behind, you know, the merch, that's why with the BTS meal we didn't get the photo cards, which I felt like was a huge missed opportunity, because of course a lot of fans are going to buy the meal. They'll probably buy the meal like more than once. I did that. Like, I bought the meal more than once. I bought it twice before it, you know, stopped selling. But yeah, so I just felt like it was huge missed opportunity to not include some sort of photo cards with the BTS meal. But it is what it is. The BTS meal was still good. I really liked the sauces that came with, because the sauces that came with it was the sweet and sour, sweet and spicy, and then the other one, I can't remember what it was called, but it was just like two really good sauces that are exclusive in South Korea. So I really liked the BTS meal because of those sauces, because other than those two sauces, the BTS meal was like really plain. It was just pretty much the standard McDonald's chicken nuggets and fries. So so that was pretty much it. And I did hear online at the time that the reason why BTS went with the standard chicken nuggets and fries instead of like a burger is because they knew that some of their fans were like vegans or like vegetarians, you know, people who don't really eat like red meat or meat at all. So they wanted to accommodate you know, the vegans and the vegetarians, people who don't eat meat at all or just red meat. And I just thought that that was really nice and really thoughtful, because who else does that? Like, tell me in the comments, like, what other celebrity that has had a meal so far actually sat down or thought, now I know some of my fans are vegans or vegetarians, so let me go ahead and pick a menu item that's standard at McDonald's, so then they could enjoy it and eat the meal without, you know, having to worry about, you know, is this meat, is this red meat. So I just really think that that's really nice and thoughtful of BTS to think about people like that, and that's another reason why I love them. So yeah, I tried the BTS meal twice before they stopped selling it, and it was really good. So I just really wish those sauces were sold in America, because they were like so freaking good. Like, oh, just I want to eat it right now. I legit, like, now that I'm thinking about it, and I haven't even eaten at all yet today, but now that I'm thinking about it, I honestly want to eat that now. So in July, I went to a new therapist, so I don't really talk about this a lot, especially on this channel, but I have been going to a therapist for the past like few years, 3 or 4, maybe 5 years. And I decided to stop going to her just for personal reasons I'm not going to get into, but I did start seeing a new guy in July, and I just stopped going to him too, because I'm just like tired of therapy. I'm just like, therapy is like really good, but I'm just like so over it. Like, my mental health was like, I am tired of talking about myself. I just need a break. So I only saw him once, and I stopped going to him. So yeah, I just decided to not go to therapy pretty much anymore for right now. And then in July, I have worked as a background extra for the first time. So if you guys follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I talk about me being a background extra a lot. And I actually do have some story times I want to talk about, but I'm afraid to talk about because I do have some criticisms about the sets that I've been on, and with me barely having a foot in the entertainment industry, the acting industry, I kind of don't want to like shoot myself in the foot by like giving criticisms about the sets I've been on, because that's just like a topic I feel like is really sensitive, especially these days. I just really don't want to like I just had that fear, you know, like I just really don't want to like burn the bridges, so to speak. I don't want to like bite the hand that feeds me. I don't want to like burn any bridges before I build a bridge. So I do, well, I did talk about it on social media, but I haven't like made an official video about it. But yeah, with that being said, I worked as a background extra for the first time, and it was really fun. I really enjoy getting to see the behind the scenes and actually get into like act. It's like really fun. It's hard work though, because you're there for hours. Like, oh my gosh, you are there for hours. And it's just like, I'm gonna just say this right now. If you are not passionate about acting at all, just do not work as a background extra, because it is like long hours just working really hard. You're constantly on your feet, well, depending on, you know, which set you're on, but you're constantly on your feet, and it's just like a lot of hard work, but it's also satisfying, especially when you get paid, of course. But yeah, just if you're not passionate about acting at all, whether it's in theater, whether it's, you know, for like a movie, TV show, whatever, just don't like try to be a background extra just for the money, because you're not going to have a good time. So we are finally in August. So in August, I got a new ID. So like I said earlier, I had to pay a lot of money and jump through hoops and sign a lot of papers in order to get all of my important like information and IDs changed and everything. So yeah, I finally got my ID changed. So I was really happy about that. And now we Gucci. In September, I worked as a background extra again, but this was for like a paid gig, because this gig was like low budget film. So because this was a low budget film, they didn't pay like us extras at all, which is fine, you know, because the day that we filmed was on Labor Day, so we got, you know, some good barbecue. So I was cool with that. You know, it was only a few minutes away, so it didn't really cost that much money for gas. But yeah, so I filmed a picnic scene. So basically I was just like with my mom and stepdad, you know, sitting at picnic tables, you know, just acting like we're playing cards and, you know, reacting to stuff. So that was like really fun. I really like, that was like one of the most fun I had on set, like just like so far. And even now, like that was like the most fun. I just really enjoyed being on that set, because everybody just felt like such family, like and that's probably just one of the charms about, you know, working on the low budget film, is that since it's not that many people working on the movie, you know, you all get to be pretty like close knit and just, you know, be a family. And I just enjoy working with everybody there. And we were just like all cracking jokes. Like we was just all cracking jokes. We were just having a good time. I just really enjoyed being on that movie set. Like that was by far my favorite movie to work on. Back in September, and even now it was like the most fun I had on set. So I hope to be on more sets in the future that's like that, but it might not unless they're low budget. So October, I bought my first skateboard. So if you guys don't know, I had made an entire video, which originally I wasn't, but shit happened. So I ended up just going ahead and making an entire video of me talking about this new skateboard that I got and even showed it. So go watch that video. But yeah, I bought my first official skateboard because all year I just really wanted a skateboard. Well, for years I've always wanted a skateboard, but for this year I really wanted a skateboard. And I'm so happy that I finally have it, and I'm so happy that I finally even bought the one that's just really like fit my like personality and like my interests. So in October I had, so this is going to be a bit of a serious talk, but also what happened in October was that I experienced depression for the first time. And the reason why I do air quotes is because the first, like the actual first official time I experienced depression was because of meds. So, you know, at the time I was on Zoloft, which is an anxiety med, and that caused me like deep depression. Like that caused me like so much depression that I ended up being suicidal. Trigger warning. But yeah, I ended up being suicidal, so I got off of that. So that was like my first official time being depressed because of meds. But for this, I count it as my actual first time experience depression, because it wasn't like, it didn't get triggered because of any meds or anything. It was just triggered because of my mental health. And it was a lot to deal with, because not only was my energy was like so low, like it literally felt like someone would just took a gun and just like zap me of energy. So not only was my energy like super low, but I also lost appetite. And even now my appetite still hasn't come back. So I'm gonna talk to my doctor when I see her in a couple months. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to my doctor when I see her about my loss of appetite, because I do feel a lot better. You know, since that happened in October, my appetite still hasn't come back. Like I still like have been eating only once a day, and I still don't feel like that hunger that you would feel. So yeah, that was a lot to deal with in October. Okay, so in November, this is going back to what I was talking about, how I had bad experiences on set that I didn't really want to go into details, because again, I don't know if this will really like shoot me in the foot later on. But in November, I acted again as a background actor on set for a movie, and it was my first time having a bad experience on set. Like, I really do not want to go into huge details, but basically what happened was that I got misgendered a lot. Like, I got misgendered a lot, and it literally brought my mood down. And it was just like, I'm so glad I only had to film for them for like 2 days, because it was just like, even thinking about it now, I'm just like even thinking about it now, I'm just like going back to that dark place that I was being pulled into when I got misgendered and everything. So yeah, yeah, I basically just got misgendered among other things I'm not going to get into. But yeah, that was my first official bad experience on set because of that. And yeah, I'm moving on. So finally, in December, which we're at now, I acted in my first TV show. So that was fun. Yeah, I acted in my first TV show. That was really fun. And I got to see some familiar faces from the previous acting job that I went on in November. So that was like a lot of fun, just getting to see some familiar faces, some friendly faces, and everything. So, but yeah, everybody on that set was like really friendly. It was like really fun and everything. So I enjoyed working on that TV show. So I'm also started back attending therapy, but this time it's family therapy. So I'm no longer attending just individual therapy for myself, but now I'm attending family therapy with my mom, because you know, again, I don't want to like go into any details, but we're going through like a bit of some, you know, family issues that I just wanted to like get nipped in the bud. So yeah, me and my mom are seeing a family therapist and we're working that out. So I also recently just got my COVID booster shot. About like last week. Around this time last week. So yeah, I felt like, you know what, let me go ahead and get this booster shot because, you know, I have been working on set with like a lot of other people. So just to like get myself, you know, get my body that boost and be like, hey, remember COVID is still a thing. And since we're going to be around, you know, people, you know, let's like get that deal with. And the last thing that happened in December, which really disappointed me, was that I found out that I won't be working as a background actor on any acting jobs anymore. And that really disappointed me because the few acting jobs that I did work on, I really enjoyed it. And it just really like reminded me of how much I love to act. Like I just like ever since I was in high school, I just loved to act. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. So it was just when I found out that I wouldn't be acting anymore, I was going through my feels, but now I've accepted it and now I'm okay with it. And I'm not going to go into any like details because they're really personal. So I'm not going to go into any details as to why I'm not acting anymore, but let's just say it's, you know, it's mostly just for like my mental health and also just like financial reasons and everything. But yeah, so that's pretty much every single thing that happened to me every month of 2021. So let me know down below what happened to you guys in 2021. Was there anything significant, or was there anything like, you know, like happy or sad, or, you know, anything that happened to you? Because I know like these past couple of years with the whole COVID and pandemic and everything, it's just like really like affected everybody, pretty much just everybody. So let me know down below and we can talk. So yeah, so this is officially my last video of 2021, and I can't wait to see what we're going to be doing for 2022 and how, you know. But yeah, so before I end this video off, I did recently hit 100 subscribers and I didn't really express, I don't think I really expressed my thanks or like my gratitude. So here am I expressing it now. But I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that subscribed to me. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for liking. Just thank you so much for like viewing my videos and enjoying them, because I really do try to put out the best content that I enjoy like making and, you know, editing and everything. So I just really hope that my videos have been fun for you guys and that it makes you want to come back and view more. And just like really thank you for bringing me to 100 subscribers. It's been a long time coming because I've been uploading videos for this channel for like the past 2 years, and I finally hit 100 subscribers. So let's get me up there. Like let's continue like helping this channel grow, helping me grow and everything. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say before I end this video off. So yeah, that's my 2021 year in review, and yeah, I'm going to be signing off now. So thank you for watching. Like this video if you like, and subscribe for future content from me and this channel. Share this video if you enjoyed it, and, you know, help get my channel out there, my videos out there and everything. If you feel like someone you know would enjoy seeing my videos, then share my videos with them, share my channel with them and everything. And my social media links will be down below. Please follow me, because anything that I don't talk about or show directly on my channel, I do talk about and show on my social media. So I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, especially Twitter and Instagram, because I like talk like a lot about what's going on with me behind, you know, the camera and everything. But yeah, so again, just comment down below. like and follow me and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good holiday, and I hope you guys had a good year, a better year than last year and everything. So yeah, this is Dakota signing off. So see you guys next year.